Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the San Diego Padres.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Padres win. Last night in the desert, the Reaper Mason Miller finished off the Snakes with a strikeout to secure the win and a split of an important four-game series in Arizona. We welcome you back to San Diego and to Petco Park for Beer Fest. It's also game one of a three-game series between the Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. Robbie Ray makes his Padres debut tonight as we check out the NL wildcard standings with the Padres chasing Philly and Arizona. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. It's finally here, the debut in a Padres uniform for Robbie Ray. Right before the trade, he was pitching great.
One of the principles of the deadline for A.J. Preller, and the anticipation is through the roof for the left-hander. Why? Because what he did against the Padres in the black and orange as a San Francisco Giant. He's a bulldog. He will go right after hitters. Last 8 appearances, a 6-0 record. This is phenomenal. 49 in the third. Really good sample size with that 1.09 ERA. Opponents only a 200 clip and 6+ innings in 6 of his last 8 outings.
His resume, very impressive.
It is. He's into his 13th season, still paying dividends, and it's going to be a great acquisition for the Padres down the stretch. He won the AL Cy Young back in 2021. He's a 2-time All-Star 2017 and 2025. And also, Don, he brings playoff experience, and that bodes well for San Diego, hopefully, in October.
So the Houston Astros are here. They are leading the American League West, and right now being led by Yordan Alvarez.
One of the hottest shillelaghs in all of baseball, Yordan Alvarez, has got to be kept quiet. He's batting second. He's in scoring position when he steps in that box. He's got a 21-game on-base streak, and here are the numbers. The .413 average. Overall for the season, his on-base percentage is .442. The OPS over 1,300. He's parked 6, and how about this? Leads Major League Baseball in average and OPS. Got to keep this guy quiet.
Coming up, it's Robbie Ray time. First start in a Padres uniform for the veteran lefty. Bob Scanlon joins us next. We will hear from the newcomer. We return to San Diego. Padres Baseball is brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By your Lexus dealers in Carlsbad, El Cajon, Escondido, and San Diego. Invite you to test drive a Lexus today. By Sycuan Casino Resort, official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. And by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. Padres Astros game one. Before we get it started, let's send it field level to Bob Scanlon.
Thank you, Don. Great news here at Petco Park. Exciting times. The Padres are back in town. Obviously, it's City Connect night, and Padre fans get an opportunity to see one of the new toys that A.J. Preller picked up at the trade deadline, veteran left-hander, Robbie Ray. He's been around for 13 years. He's got a Cy Young award on his shelf back home. He's been in the postseason 3 different times. And you don't stick around in the league for 13 years unless you're able to make some adjustments, as Robbie himself explains.
The biggest thing for me is just being able to adapt. You know, the four seam obviously isn't what it used to be when I was younger. It's not 98 anymore, but I still am able to locate it well. I've added the changeup and the sinker, and then the curveball has been a good pitch for me as well this year. So I think the biggest thing is I haven't just been stuck in my ways. You know, it hasn't been, you know, I've had success with just fastball slider in my career, and this year just being able to make that adjustment and add the extra pitches, I think, is what's helped me.
All he gets a chance to do is adjustments now, wearing a Padres uniform. We'll see if the Padres can give him some run support. Padres, Astros, first pitch coming up next. Stay with us.
The trade deadline has come and gone, and the Padres had a busy day. Robbie Ray comes from the Giants.
competitor, workhorse. We are excited to watch Robbie Ray hit the ball once every 5 days.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
He's been getting strikeouts like this his whole career.
He's one of the best lefties in the league for a reason. We saw it the other night.
Probably just pitched against us and dominated us. He's going to have him on our side now.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Robbie Ray makes it look easy.
They needed starting pitching, and A.J. Preller got just that.
A.J. Preller working his magic. The needs of the team are met.
Finally time to see Robbie Ray in a Padres uniform tonight as he takes the field in San Diego as a Padre. We saw him on the other side in his last start when he was here with the Giants and was really good against the Padres that night.
Donnie, you're absolutely right, and I love the idea that last time out there he was on this mound with the Giants, as you mentioned. He's back out there for back-to-back starts. This time we're in the City Connect. So for the left-hander, Robbie Ray, his 22nd start, nice record into the double digits, the respectable ERA. 107 punch tickets in 122 2/3, and the opponent's batting average is a nice 226.
Let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud.
And we talked about the stuff of Robbie Ray. We saw it last time when he was with the San Francisco Giants. And here are the particulars. The four-seamer slider changeup, as we just heard prior to coming back on the air, how he's mixing it up a little bit more. He's not just a two-pitch pitcher. So the changeup, sinker, and knuckle curve coming in, and you see the slider at 266, but overall, really good numbers for the left-hander.
Let's take a look at the Astros lineup. It's brought to you by Appliance Alley. Jeremy Pena is coming up with Alvarez, the DH. Paredes at third base. Altuve's at second with Walker at first. Varsho's in left with Diaz doing the catching. Smith is in right and Myers in center field.
Well, the Robbie Ray era is about to start here at Petco Park, corner of Tony and Trevor. Here's the left-hander coming up to the plate for the Astros. Jeremy Pena stepping up to the mic with the play-by-play is the voice of the San Diego Padres, Don Orsillo. Donnie?
Thanks, Budley. Here we go. Game one of a three-game series. Padres and Astros, and the first pitch is in the air to shallow right. Falling fast, but heading over from second base is Song to make the catch. On the short lawn and right, one away. Let's see who's in the field for the Padres, brought to you by Valley View Casino and Hotel. Left to right, Rengifo, Merrill, and Tatis Jr. Third to first, Machado, Bogart, Song, and Cronenworth, with Campusano doing the catching for Ray. One pitch, one out for Robbie Ray.
You know what I find interesting? First pitch of the ball game was a knuckle curve from Robbie Ray. A lot of pitchers start off with the heater trying to get ahead.
Ground ball right side. Cronenworth will flip to Ray, who gets there in time. Two down. Swinging at a couple of first pitches. He's got two outs on two pitches. And the hustle will get over there.
Another breaking ball. A slider hit on the ground. And like any pitcher knows, that ball hit to the first base side. Get over there. And he does nicely. The old 3-1 play.
Here's Paredes, batting for the first time with two down here in the first inning. 15 homers, 60 runs batted in, 109 games for the Astros third baseman.
Guaranteed take right there. I don't care if that pitch is going to be right down the middle. You don't want a three-pitch inning if you're the Houston Astros.
Line down the left field line. That is a fair ball into the corner. Rattles around. Rengifo has a little trouble with it. The second base goes Paredes. Got a two-out double. First hit of the night for the Astros is an extra base hit.
He turned on that one. That one was inside. Wow. Two-out double. That's okay. Leadoff double. Different story.
And with two down, Paredes at second base, and here is Jose Altuve, the veteran. In the dirt, almost hit him. Knuckle curve again. Coming off a very good homestand for Altuve, hit .375. He's 9 for 24 on the homestand. 13 home runs on the year.
Yeah, this is one of the bats for the Houston Astros. We always talk about Yordan Alvarez, but you know, Altuve's a guy who could turn it around quickly. Not really having the year that he has hoped. As you see the numbers against Robbie Ray, pretty good numbers with Isaac Paredes at second base in scoring position. Well, he takes a hack, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Talk about hot zones against certain pitchers. Lefty against righty. Altuve, well, here it is. You're the catcher. Up and away, 1,000. Looks like diagonally, right? From up and away to down and in. He's pretty hot. Down and away, not so much, and up and in. You can pretty much get him with the hard stuff.
2-1 now to Altuve. I'm sure Robbie Ray knows the numbers Altuve has against him. Careful in dealing with him here. Falling behind. 3-1. And that's ball 4. Walks him. Not the worst thing in the world. As Altuve heads down to first base. First and second, 2 down. When Padres pitcher is K9, your entire pet lineup wins. Petco Vital Care members who visit participating Petco locations the next day to score 25% off your total purchase. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. 2 on, 2 down. Christian Walker, the former Diamondback, standing in. Almost hit him, gets away, and the runners will advance. Got quite a ways away from Campusano over towards the Padres dugout. There's that knuckle curve. He's been starting guys with the curve.
Looks like Luis Campusano did everything in his power to the right position. He was squared up to the infield. That ball just checked up on him, got away. They're going to move up anyway. I'll leave these two guys out there stranded.
Second and third with 2 down. Missing in 2-0.
You know, there's a little deception in Robbie Ray's delivery too as we take a look at this season with Walker with 2 outs, runners in scoring position. It's showing the hitter name and number a little bit more when he gets to the top right there. Could throw in a little deception once in a while to a hitter. We saw it when he was a Giant. Good results. Walking Walker wouldn't be the worst thing either. You have a force anywhere on the field if you walk him here.
And he does. And that will load the bases. Back-to-back walks here in this first inning. Altuve, then Walker. Brady's at third, Altuve at second, Walker at first with 2 down. And here comes Ruben Niebla, first inning visit here to Robbie Ray. So balls, 8 of the last 9 pitches.
And the pitch count 13. And when he started this ball game off with a knuckle curve, boy, that, even hitters are going to shake their head maybe a little bit. Not a fastball. But, he's throwing a lot of the off-speed stuff early in this one. Changeups, knuckle curve, slider. He's throwing it all out there.
Don Varsho coming up next. Nine career starts against the Astros. Had a tough time. Varsho acquired by the Astros from the Blue Jays at the trade deadline on Monday. There's a strike. And then he jumps ahead, 0-1. Start him a slider. Still no fastball. Varsho lights it to center, but right there is Merrill to make the catch. Out of the first inning, a bases loaded situation, unscathed. Padres coming up. Astros don't score in the top of the first. Padres coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the Padres lineup, brought to you by UC San Diego Health. Tatis on top. He's in right field. Cronenworth at first base. Machado at third. Rengifo in left. Merrill in center. Campusano does the catching with Sheets DHing again tonight. Bogarts at short. Song at second base. Ronel Blanco on the mound tonight for the Astros.
His 4th start of the season, had Tommy John surgery last year, so he is trying to solidify himself back in that rotation. Starter's ERA, really not that good. More on that. Smooth delivery. He's a strike thrower. The heater outer half to both sides, and righties hitting a 100 average in 31 ABs against Blanco.
That was the Sequan Casino Resort scouter report on Ronel Blanco. Strike 2. He jumps ahead of Fernando. 0-2. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run with the purchase of a large drink. Going to be a quiet 4-game series against Arizona for Fernando. It was 3 for 16. Did have a home run though.
It would be nice to get that jumbo jack promo out of the way, although a couple of runners on would be nice early. 2-run shot, 3-run shot, if you will.
Popped up left side. Brady steps into foul ground. Over by his dugout. Makes the catch right in front of his house. What are the season numbers for Blanco?
It's his 4th start. Like I said, small sample size, bouncing back from TJ surgery last year. 14 2/3 win. More strikeouts though. Little high on the walks with 8, but opponent's batting average only 208.
What a cool glove. Is that teal?
That's a really nice looking guante.
Would you call that teal?
Oh yeah.
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 Ooh, could be turquoise.
Yeah. I like it either way.
Either way, I like it.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
Jake Cronenworth in the 2 spot. And sharing time there with Rengifo. Day-to-day basis could be different.
Yeah. Jake very versatile. Here's the thing about Blanco. One other nugget on the kid bouncing back this season. 14 2/3, 5, count them 5, a handful of home runs given up. That could be huge in this game. Hopefully they get to him early.
Ball 4, and he walks him on 4 pitches. So Jake down to first base with 1 away here in the 1st inning, and that'll bring up Manny Machado. Now in 2024, 167 1/3 was 13-6. The nifty 2.80 ERA and the whip just over 1. Then followed the Tommy John surgery.
Yep. Bottom line, when he's healthy, he's a darn good arm, darn good pitcher for Houston. Can't find that strike zone.
That's 5 straight balls. Manny at 210 with 23 homers and 70 runs batted in. There's a strike. And evens a count of 1-1. Now we know that coming off Tommy John surgery can take a little while for a guy to settle in. Where he feels like himself again. But those numbers from 2 years ago, really good.
Really good. 5 minor league rehabs before making the start this season. That first start this year was July 20th for Blanco. As we take a look from the side, does he go? No.
Three and 1.
Catcher is challenging the ball.
All right, a challenge here from Yainer Diaz. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Ball.
Ball is confirmed. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
Wow, losing a challenge in the 1st inning are the Astros.
You know, as time goes on, we see the how far the ball is, like either in the zone or out of the zone. That is significant after we've seen so many challenges. That was well below the zone.
What's he feature?
Well, Blanco, the right-hander, this season, as we said, only his 4th start. Four-seamer, changeup, curveball. There are the percentages, and then the averages. Okay, he's got to do a better job at locating that four-seamer. They're hitting a 357 clip. Really good on the changeup and curveball. Slider as well.
1 out, 1 on. Manny Machado here at the count of 3-1.
And when you saw those pitches right in the zone, everything was middle away to righties. So they're feeling very comfortable. Looks like he doesn't throw a lot of consistent pitches into righties, and that's why righties got a pretty good chance to hit this guy.
Machado pops it up. Foul ground off to the left end. That'll make its way into a sea of San Diegans. Cronenworth goes, and a fly ball to center right at Myers. He'll make the catch, and Cronenworth has to get back to first with now 2 down. Bring up Rengifo. Blanco walked Cronenworth, last lefty he faced, on 4 pitches. See what he does here against Rengifo at 2 down. Couple of bunt base hits for Rengifo in last night's game.
Small ball, a little small ball.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Hit a 294 in that 4-game series, 5 for 17. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. And on the grass at third is Paredes in case he decides to bunt.
Yep.
They're well aware.
And he can take a fastball the other way, cuts down the range, something hit sharply to his right or left. It could be extra bases.
Walker holds on. Cronenworth at first. 0-2. Same pitch, same result. Slider. And it's 0-2. On the ground right side, Altuve at second base will throw to first for the out that ends the inning. We're through 1 in San Diego without a score.
Welcome back. Padres and Astros still locked at 0. They see San Diego held scoreboard, and as Robbie Ray goes out for his second inning of work, it's worth noting that he's really changed his repertoire usage in the last year. There you see last year 52% fastballs. He's reduced that significantly, and he's replaced it with going to sinkers and changeups. Why going to sinkers and changes? Because there are pitches that are going to be away from right-hand batters. He felt like everything was to the one side of the plate. Fastballs in, sliders in. He wanted something to be able to work the other side. It's one of the reasons that he's been able to stick around for 13 years, guys. And what's really interesting about that changeup is he learned it from one of the best changeup pitchers in all of Major League Baseball, Tarek Skubal. 2 years ago, he saw Skubal throwing in the postseason, and he saw the changeup that Skubal threw. He said he's got a similar arm slot. I want to learn how to throw that changeup. So he texted him, and Skubal got right back to him with videos, photos, every kind of description he possibly could to try to help Robbie Ray learn his changeup. And in return, Ray talked to him about how Skubal's slider could get a little bit better. So big leaguers helping each other out, guys, and now it's an important part of Robbie Ray's repertoire. Donna Mudd, back over to you.
That's pretty cool.
That is doing your research, and that is wanting to get better, no matter if you're a 20-year-old or a 38-year-old, whatever the case may be. And there you see the splits. Scan, particularly talking about the right-handers. Look at that, 210. Giving up some homers, but you're going to face more righties, of course.
Popped up right side. Cronenworth, the first baseman tonight, making the catch equidistant between first and second for out number 1.
On that changeup.
Such a good pitch out in front, working underneath that barrel. Hence the pop fly for the easy out.
But did you have a changeup in the repertoire?
Well, I most certainly did. It was one of my favorite pitches down the stretch. Love that pitch to both righties and lefties. I know the big tall right-hander had the splitty, right?
I did. I actually had the changeup first at the same time as I was learning the split finger. And I really didn't know the power of the changeup until one day they had guys go in there and they threw batting practice, and we just went fastball, changeup. It wasn't that secret, right? And I saw guys out in front of it time and time again. I said, oh my gosh, what a powerful weapon. Back and forth, it's one of the best, isn't it, Mud?
Love it.
To left field, Rengifo going back, looking up, it is gone. Smith with his 14th home run of the year puts the Astros on top, 1-0.
Well, anytime you can get some noise from the bottom of the order, Cam Smith gets into this one.
That was middle end.
Yeah. Remember that Cam Smith back a while ago, he was a first rounder by the Cubs, and then he was one of the principals in that deal for Kyle Tucker when Kyle Tucker went to the Cubs. They also got Paredes in that deal, Wisniewski. So those guys paying dividends now in an Astro uniform.
So last 7 games, the 5 through 9 hitters for the Astros hitting at .355. No other team in Major League Baseball has had their 5 through 9 hitters over 300 during that same time span. So the bottom of the order been doing the damage here. Cam Smith batting out of the 8th spot. Takes him out of the yard and puts the Astros on top 1-0. Jake Myers ahead 2-0. Another interesting thing is we see a slider that time. Ray threw just one four-seam fastball in the first inning. It's the most commonly used pitch 35% of the time. Look at the Astros since July 20th. They've been really good, 12-3. Scoring over 5.5 runs a game, hitting at .281. First in home runs during that time span. A strike in there to Myers. On the ground to Bogaerts at shortstop on the run and in time to get Myers for out number 2. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, you get the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Padres, the official source for your Padres gear. So 2 down here in the second, and Jeremy Pena popped out to second base in the first inning. Last 15 been really good for the top hitter in the Astros order at the top of the lineup. 358, 1100 OPS, 7 homers, 15 runs batted in. Jeremy Pena, born in Santo Domingo of the Dominican Republic, grew up in Rhode Island, went to high school in Providence, Rhode Island.
He's a black bear. University of Maine. Mark Sweeney. Who's the other guy?
To center, moving over is Merrill. He'll make the catch. Ends the inning when we come back to Petco Park in San Diego. That guy's going to be leading it off. Maybe a little Merrill madness. We'll see.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
1-0 Astros have the lead over the Padres. We move to the bottom of the second inning, and as promised, Jackson Merrill coming up. And since July 19th, really good. 18 games at .386, 686 slug, OPS over 1,000, 6 homers and 17 runs batted in for Jackson. This guy's one foul off to the left out of play.
We talk about the spray chart and why Jackson is doing such a great job. Great interview after the game the other day in Arizona, talking about, going with that swing and just keep on working, knowing that he's going to bust out of it. You can see he's using the whole field. That's when he's swinging the bat really, really well. Oh, yeah, he'll run into one. Opposite field pop. You hang a breaking ball middle in, he'll turn on it. And that average starting to creep up.
Fights it off. 94 on the four-seamer. Has him down 0-2.
It's not only the hits, but it's also the pitches he doesn't swing at. Where earlier in this season, swinging at the high fastball, swinging at the breaking ball down and in by the back foot.
To Hopper, to the first baseman Walker. He flips to Blanco for the first out here of the second inning.
See Jackson busting his tail down there in that first base line, and sure, he was going to be out, but you make it close. You put some pressure on the defense. Down by about 3/4 of a step.
So one down here in the second inning for Luis Campusano. Catcher batting out of the 6th spot in the Padres order. 3-0-3. That one hit him. So down to first he goes. Hit batsman. Slider. Didn't do a lot to get out of the way of that one.
He's protecting that elbow. Take one for the team. Try to get that run back.
One down. Campusano at first for Gavin Sheets. DHing for the 2nd straight night.
You know, it's funny. I know we're only in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and the pitch is thrown by each pitcher, but we are seeing a lot of breaking stuff, a lot of breaking balls from Ray and Blanco. Both pitchers kind of staying away from the old number 1. There's one there.
3-0. Blanco taking a little stroll behind the mound, was in the midst of a meeting with himself. Because of the clock, the meeting has got to be very short.
Yes.
That's ball 4, 4-pitch walk. So a hit batter and a walk. Second walk allowed by Blanco. And 2 have reached here for the Padres with 1 out in the inning.
We mentioned the walks. We showed the season numbers for Blanco. And once again, it's his 4th start since coming back from Tommy John surgery last year. The walks are up. Patience is the key. Lay off the high stuff. Take your walk, pass it on to Xander Bogaerts.
First and second, 1 away for Xander. A shortstop out of the 8th spot for San Diego. Good trip, 5 for 11 in that 4-game series against the Snakes. Also had 3 walks during the series. Padres gain a split with the victory last night. Chase the curveball and is down 0-2.
Way out in front of the old number 2. Oh, that's a great shot when you see him getting on top of that baseball and spinning it. The idea there is to throw towards that catcher's mask. The ball do the work down into the zone.
Down the right field line, long run for Smith as he heads over. He will not have a play. Nothing in 2 to Bogaerts with Campusano at second. Sheets at first.
This is where you need the 3-run shot.
Cued off the end of the bat, foul past the Padres house on the first base side. He fouled one off his foot in Arizona that was very painful the other night. So making sure that guard is covering that area.
Laying off the changeup down. Good eye by Xander. That's a good take. On the ground towards shortstop. Pena will go to second for 1, on to first for 2.
Double play wraps up the second inning. We're through 2 in San Diego. Astros have a 1-0 lead.
Mom!
Astros have a 1-0 lead. More theme games are on deck, like the second installment of the Don and Mud Mini Yacht Night on Saturday, September 5th. Also, the La Catrina belt bag on Friday, September 18th. Only available while supplies last. Purchase a theme game package at Padres.com/
theme games. Once again, you got to buy the theme game ticket to acquire this.
Absolutely true.
We are very honored. Thank you very much for the fans. And the second one, as you mentioned, Donnie, right?
Number 2.
So Don has already hooked one in. I'm working on mine. He's in the mini yacht. I'm on the little blow-up raft.
We both can't fit on the mini yacht, which is a little bit of the problem. But you are right there, behind me, catching a fish.
Come get yours. It's really a quality item. And once again, we are very, very grateful. It's great. It's great.
September 5th.
What kind of fish is that, Don, that you got?
That would be a spotted bass, bay bass.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I catch most of the time.
All right.
In the bay. In the real mini yacht.
Theme games. Padres.com/theme games.
Ray falling behind here, 3-0 to Yordan Alvarez, a guy that you have to be incredibly careful in dealing with.
Look at that breaking ball. How careful? Knuckle curve, 3-0.
So Alvarez is a guy who is a serious contender for the Triple Crown, leading in all 3 categories as we speak.
Oh,
look at a launch right there.
Oh, the little X-3 at 93 up and away from Robbie Ray. It's worth another look. There's the four-seamer. He gets up on top and lets it fly. A little behind on that one. Oh, no.
Challenge by Campusano.
Challenging the ball clock.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
I think that was a ball.
It was.
Scores confirmed, San Diego. That's 1 challenge remaining.
I don't know if you noticed, but did Jim Wolf back there, the home plate umpire?
It's hard not to notice. Look at how jacked he is. As we take a look at the ABS challenge success rate this season. Batters, catchers, pitchers. And once again, catchers down. We've discussed this. They've got the best view.
Yep.
And they lead.
And they're right more often. Isak Paredes.
So yeah, Jim Wolf, the home plate umpire, he works out.
He does work out. I would offer maybe more than once a day. He might be doing 2 a days.
He might.
He's jacked.
And I know we've said this before, but Randy Wolf, Phillies, Padres, Brewers, Randy was great. And it looks like he does curls.
Tighter shirt.
It's a medium.
Ball and a strike.
Love Jim Wolf. That's a wolf in umpire's clothing.
See what you did there.
Good umpire, Jim Wolf.
Now, who's bigger, him or Ryan Blakeney?
Ooh,
that's a tough one. Some big umpires.
Yeah,
now.
we might have to have like a Mr. Universe, Mr. Umpire contest.
Yeah.
Most jacked umpire in Major League Baseball.
It's really a 2-man race.
Come out with a calendar, right? That'd be great.
Line to left, and that is headed towards Rengifo, who gets it back in. Alvarez will take second. Paredes is 2 for 2 against Robbie Ray.
Well, you're going to give up singles, you're going to give up hits, and if you stay away from the extra base hits and the OPS, the doubles, triples, and homers, you should be fine. And Robbie Ray's been around the block to where he can make an adjustment and get a grounder. Trying to get a double play right here. I mean, the ideal situation would be the strikeout. Keep those runners at first and second.
First and second, Jose Altuve. Walked in the first inning, now grounds 1 foul, jumping on that first offering. And it was a changeup, no fastball. It's Padres 27 games for Altuve.
Oh.
Tried to hold up, could not.
That's a sword.
That's a fastball.
Out of the hand, looked pretty good. That's up around the chin of Altuve, and that chucked that one up to a sword.
Definitely changed his mind in the middle. Altuve's been hot lately. 4 consecutive multi-hit games coming into the game. Reached in the first on the walk. 1 of 3 now handed out by Ray in 2+ innings. Worked around some traffic, had the bases loaded with 2 down in the first inning on back-to-back walks. And Varsho lined out to end that threat. First and second, nobody out here.
This ball just off the plate, it missed.
Both teams with only 1 challenge remaining. Both catchers have been wrong in early challenges in this game. Hitter's timeout granted to Altuve, who climbs back in the box. Hits him to load the bases, or did it? Guess it didn't. Just glanced off of Campusano.
Wow.
That was weird, right?
Yeah, knuckle curve. Let's see where it gets him. I thought it might have gotten him in the foot. Let's take a look. Oh, it was close out in front. Campusano does everything he can. You know, the chest, the shoulders there.
Wild pitch. Charge to Ray. Moves the runners. Alvarez takes third. Paredes takes second. Padres infield now in. Not all the way, with the exception of Cronenworth at first, who is all the way in. Ball 4, bases loaded, and the 4th walk allowed by Ray. Second of this inning. At 2 in the first inning. Let's take a look at the wire cam presented by Disney Cruise Lines. Alvarez at third, Paredes at second, Altuve at first. Nobody out here in the Astros 3rd inning. Starts him with a strike and a changeup.
Well, there is a strikeout there with Christian Walker. He leads the club with 112. So that would be the ideal situation. In fact, I take that back. You know, the ideal situation would be a triple play, right? For
yes,
Robbie
that
Ray.
would be ideal.
Another good situation would be the old comebacker, the old 1-2-3 double play. But first things first, concentrating on Christian Walker here.
On the ground, up the middle into left center field for a base hit. Alvarez will score. Here comes Paredes around. 2 runs in for the Astros who take a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's just frustrating. You know, Robbie up to 2 strikes. He's going to try to get a grounder. Well, he got his grounder. It just happens to beat the shift, beat the defense as Xander at short's playing a little bit of the pull. True shortstop position. And Walker finds that hole towards the center of the diamond.
Comes Ruben Niebla for the 2nd time in 3 innings. Still nobody out here in the 3rd inning. Now a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
First and second, nobody out. 2 runs in here for the Astros in the inning. And Dalton Varsho coming up here again with base runners on. He came up last time with the bases loaded and 2 down and lined out sharply right at Jackson Merrill in center field.
The frustrating thing this inning, of course, the walks. The leadoff walk, the single, another walk.
And so 4 walks and only 1 so far has turned into a run, but see what happens to Altuve, who is currently at second base. This will be pitch 50 on the night in his Padres debut for Robbie Ray. Ray allowed just 3 earned runs combined in the last 4 starts with the Giants, and has allowed 3 here so far in 2+ innings. You can hear the familiar grunt.
Yeah, you can. Yep, he's a max effort guy.
On the ground up the middle and right to the shortstop. Bogaerts touches second, fires to first. DP, that'll work. Altuve takes third with now 2 down, though. 2 big outs.
There's your ground ball right at one of your infielders. That's what Robbie Ray needed. This one right through the wickets there. Had his back turned, but the perfect bounce, and Xander will take that himself.
So 2 down. Altuve at third, and there's Yainer Diaz, who popped out to first in the second inning. Good size gap out in left center field with Merrill well into right center. Lots of green grass out there in left center. Ray's got it. Fires to first for the out. That'll end the inning. Pair of runs in the inning for the Astros have Houston on top 3-0.
Welcome back. Astros have a 3-0 lead over the Padres on the UC San Diego Health scoreboard as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And one thing that Norel Blanco has had difficulty with so far this season, guys, is facing left-hand batters. There you see the opponent's on-base percentage at .386, a .914 OPS. He's had his difficulties, and fastballs have been a big problem for him, guys. You see left-handers have hit .444 against his fastball. He does not have great command of his fastball to left-hand batters. He's good down and away to the righties, but he's had challenges with it to the left-handers, and he has 10 walks this year. All 10 of the walks are to left-hand batters, including 2 so far tonight to left-hand hitting Jay Cronenworth and left-hand hitting Gavin Sheets. Sun-Woo Song, left-hand batter, coming up to start this inning. Let's see if he can get on base and get a rally going for the Padres, guys.
All right, thanks, Ken. 3-0 Astros lead as we move here to the last of the 3rd. Sun-Moon Song will lead it off. .208 with a home run, 15 runs batted in. The defense has been stellar for Song.
Love his glove. Good arm, rangy, solid.
Down to the count, 0-2.
Boy, he really slowed up his delivery on that one. I could tell with that changeup, just the arm didn't really whip through. It caught a lot of the plate down and away, so fouling off, getting another chance.
Tipping his pitches, is he?
Could slow it down a little bit. Some guys will do that, absolutely. And, you know, you and I, we've watched a lot of baseball over the course of our lives, and those are just some of the things that we could pick up. Now, imagine you're a big league hitter, you can pick that up as well. Look at that.
Right center field, that is in for a base hit. Goes the brakes on by a little bobble out there, and he will keep on going to second base. So base hit, likely an error out there in right center field.
I love everything about this at bat. This was another changeup. Now whether Song picks something up, who knows? Just kind of guided in there. He's got to protect 2 strikes. Now look at how aggressive he is around first base and out of the box. Just that little bobble there, that error, that miscue, he is in a scoring position. That's how you run the bases down.
It is a base hit and an E9. Here's Fernando, the runner at second to begin the inning, and look out.
Well, as Bob Scanlon was mentioning, you know, the location off for Blanco, I think that's the last thing he wants to do is hit Fernando Tatis Jr., put another runner on base with a 3-0 lead. There are pitchers and there are staffs that do that. Pitch Fernando in. Let's see if Blanco tries to go down and away after that first pitch.
Astros have hit more batters than anybody else, 73. Taken off for third is Song, and he will be out. Kind of ran into an out right there.
Yeah. Not so sure why. He's got decent speed, good speed at second base, in the scoring position. This one hurts. Oh boy.
Some bases empty now. It's Fernando. It was after the changeup. Down the right field line, headed foul. Fernando fouled out to the third baseman Paredes in the first inning. Foul tip to the catcher's mitt for strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Ronald Blanco. 2 down in the inning.
Well, he's got to be feeling pretty good, right? After Song tries to steal, he is erased by Diaz, and there's the punchy.
Third can presented by Murray Lampert. Design, build, remodel. Fly ball left field has Varsho moving back onto the dirt of the track to make the catch to retire Cronenworth and the side. Padres retired. We go to the fourth. 3-0 Astros. Astros have lead over the Padres. Gear up with a superhero pocket tee presented by San Diego Community Power, featuring a cool comic book design with Jack Samaro and Fernando Tatis Jr. This soft t-shirt is limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance when the Brewers come to town this Monday, August 10th at 6:40. Visit Padres.com/giveaways.
My philosophy is you can never have too many t-shirts in your closet, in your dresser, wherever you may keep them. This is a quality item.
Comic tee.
Yeah, how about that?
Cool.
Look at that. Merrill Madison, El Nino.
It's like right out of a comic book, but it's on your t-shirt.
I love like the Batman like font with the wow, zoom.
Pretty cool.
Crank. Zip. And then that's the back. This is the
front's
front.
Cool too.
I love the pocket tee, right?
Very nice. Put stuff in there as you pointed out on the road.
And
you know, a lot of stuff in that pocket.
And you know what the other thing that's cool about this?
What's that?
55% cotton, 25% rayon, 20% polyester.
Nice.
Real nice, Clark. It's got a good feel to it.
Two-1 to Cam Smith. There's grounded foul into the Padres' house. They're housed on the first base side. Well, he homered his first time up. 14th home run of the year, right fielder. He's the first run of the night for the Astros. We'll tack on 2 more in the third inning. Leads it off in the fourth and waits on a 2-2 pitch from Robbie Ray. Did he go? No, he did not. I check with Alex McKay.
We saw that 4-seam fastball up when Robbie Ray was with the Giants his last start, and he holds up.
Foul to our right. So 61 total pitches, of which 31 are strikes, 30 are balls. And he's walked 4 through the first 3 innings. And has not struck anybody out yet. Another foul back here.
Almost the exact same spot as the last foul ball. That was a slider from Robbie Ray. And this sequence, he's working an 8th pitch coming. A lot of off-speed stuff. 1 4-seam, 2, 3 4-seam fastballs to set bat.
Rings him up, and he's going to challenge.
Batter is challenging the strike call.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Smith is challenging. He was wrong.
Call is confirmed. Houston has allotted their daily allowance for challenges for the remainder of the game.
Good for you,
Wow.
Jim Wolf.
First one I've heard.
Their daily allowance of challenges.
That's it.
That's great.
Today's challenges are over. Maybe tomorrow. Here's Jake Myers.
I love it when people get creative and have some fun with it.
I like it.
Oh, that's so awesome.
He not only works out, but he's funny. Myers takes it the other way to shallow right. Cronenworth out. Tatis and Fernando can't catch it. Heading for second base is Myers, and he'll get there. Good bid by Fernando, and Cronenworth going out there as well, but can't make the catch.
Yeah, this is one of those that's up in the air a long time. It's where their position is well, and sometimes you just place it perfectly, and Fernando always going to try to lay out, slide one way or the other. That just cannot come up with it. And you're the base runner. Yeah, it's right in front of you. You see that bounce gets by him, you're in the scoring position.
So Myers at second with 1 away. Flips the order over for Jeremy Pena. In the spot, 288. Runners in scoring position. Good slider that time from Ray.
See him spin it. That's exactly where you want that slider. Down and in.
Back foot.
Yeah. That's a good wipeout pitch, but to get strike 1, not bad.
Well, career progression for Jeremy Pena, starting in 2024, 266, and just moving on up. The OPS and the average up to 311.
A solid career. Homegrown Astro, World Series MVP, Gold Glove, ALCS MVP.
Made Carlos Correa really expendable,
yeah.
As it turned out. He was a big part of the great seasons in Houston. Altuve at second, Correa at shortstop, and then when this guy came along, all of a sudden it was like,
And they talk about the prime of guys' careers. He's 28 years old.
Yep.
That's like the prime of a kid's career.
3 balls, 2 strikes here to Pena, with Myers at second, 1 away here in the Astros' 4th inning. Almost hit him, and another walk. That is walk number 5, allowed by Ray. And we're talking about the Triple Crown for Yordan Alvarez, who it's been a while. You got Miggy Cabrera doing it back in 2012, even longer before that. Going to go back to 1967. Carl Yastrzemski, Frank Robinson in 1966, the year before Yastrzemski. But making a bid this year with his 35 home runs, 85 runs batted in, and his .329 average for Alvarez. But it's a rare feat.
Oh, that's incredible.
I mean, power and average.
And what's ironic about that is the back-to-back years, 66, 67, Frank Robinson, Carl Yastrzemski, and then all that time for Miguel Cabrera.
Staying away, even in the count of 1-1. Alvarez currently with a .574 career slugging percentage versus left-handed pitchers. As it stands, it would be the highest in history. Major League Baseball left on left, if he continues on this pace. Second in that category, Barry Bonds. Third, Larry Walker. 4, Shohei Ohtani. And 5, Ken Griffey Jr. It's an impressive path. Sharply hit by the dive of Cronenworth at first base. Jake Myers is coming around. Throw is headed to second base, actually going to third base and not cut off. And it's 4-0 Houston. Alvarez driving in a run.
That's a breaking ball, and look at that compact swing, but yet, you know, it's almost like a compact yet violent swing, all in one. That's what makes him so dangerous. That ball jumped off the bat. That was 107 off the bat.
First and third now with one away. And Paredes takes a look at ball one. 7 hard hit balls so far for the Astros. 95 miles an hour or more. Exit velocity. Down the line, but foul. He's 2 for 2. He has doubled to left, singled to left. He's got 2 of the now 6 hits for the Astros, out hitting the Padres 6-1. Pena at third. Alvarez crossed the diamond at first with 1 out of the inning. On the ground left side as Machado will go to second for 1, on to first in time. Double play will end the inning. Another run in the inning though for the Astros. They take a 4-0 lead as they go around the horn to the Padres infield. 5-4-3 inning ending DP. Four nothing Astros have the lead over the Padres. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Let's take a look at the Disney Cruise Line Cruise Cam. Cruising back in San Diego. Much easier to cruise in San Diego than the desert in Arizona.
It was tough getting it back from the desert.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's taken all night.
Yeah.
Off the end of the bat, fouled off by Machado. Checks, surveys the twig, make sure he didn't fracture it. So second time through here for Blanco. Just the one hit first time through. And there's a base hit for Manny Machado. Opens up the bottom of the 4th inning.
Manny went out and got it. There's the breaky ball. Nice short stroke right there. Got to get a couple of base runners and then get some slug to try to get a couple points on the board.
Luis Rengifo is next. Grounded out to second base and Altuve in the 1st inning. And on the grass at third, Paredes. On the ground, softly hit. Paredes will barehand and throw and get him as Machado takes second base. This play by Paredes, racing in. Kind of a do-or-die play with a bare hand, and he got it done.
Yeah, that was a changeup. That was a cue shot off the bat. And the reason why I say that, there's a lot of spin on that ball. You see how he checked up? He socked Paredes, bare hands that one, and throws a perfect strike to first. That's a nice play by the Astros third baseman.
One down, runner at second. Jackson Merrill takes one down and in. In the spot at 290. Two and 0. More troubles here against the left-handed hitters for Blanco. Walked Cronenworth in the first. He walked Sheets in the second inning.
Well, Bob Scanlon mentioned it in that report, having difficulty with the lefties, and we're seeing it again right here against Jackson Merrill, that is.
Who's that?
Jackson Merrill. He did walk Jake as well.
In there for a strike. Line to right, and that is going to get back on a hop off the fence. Manny Machado's coming around to score. Rolls around out there. Merrill's headed for third. He'll get there standing. Padres are on the board. It's now 4-1.
Well, it's a changeup, catches too much of the plate, and Jackson's all over it. Now this play being right in front of him, and that ball hits that wall out there. It's got that little angle, and the benefit of that hop down the track, Cam Smith has got to retrieve it. Jackson finds his way to third base.
So the triple for Merrill drives in Machado. Padres' first run of the night. Luis Campusano hit by a pitch in the second inning. It's his second look at Blanco. In the spot this season, runners in scoring position at 368. Second triple, by the way, this year for Merrill. Ties him with the team lead. 4 on the Padres with 2 triples. Campusano's hit safely in 6 of the last 7 games. Hit by a pitch in the second.
See Blanco electing to go from the windup with that runner at third base.
May not see the third time through with that kind of jump from 200 to 400. They have no challenges, so Even though the catcher Diaz thought that was a strike, nothing he can do about it. They're out of their daily allowance.
And this looked like a good pitch. It lit up. But,
oh, yeah.
Yep. So hang with him.
Ball 4. Third walk allowed by Blanco. This time to a right-handed hitter. And just like that, you got the tying run coming to the plate. And with that brings out Joshua Miller, the pitching coach. And now a quick word from Prize Picks.
Cash in on all the sports action with Prize Picks. Just pick more or less on a few player stats. 4 shots to win up to 2,000 times your cash. Prize Picks. Download the app today.
It'll be Gavin Sheets. First and third with 1 out, a run in. Trying to get to Blanco here, second time through the order. The breakdown to this point of the game. We had 1 out in the 4th inning. Merrill at third, Campusano at first, 1 out. Big spot here for Gavin Sheets. Oh, jumping on that first offering, four-seam fastball.
Looking for the heater, and he got it. It was down and away, a healthy hack.
A.J. Bluebob in the pen. On the ground to first base. Walker touches first, fires to second. They tag him. And he out before he crossed. No, yeah, he got in. The run will count. So just getting in ahead of that tag at second base was Jackson Merrill. So the Padres will pick up their second run. That was huge. Merrill driving in the first one. This triple to right field scores Manny Machado. It's now 4-2. Astros have the lead. Padres just got 2 back though, and an impressive play there by Merrill to score while the double play going on is coming.
Yeah, this is great. See how Campusano he just went to a slide rather than running into the tag, and there's Merrill touching home plate before the out was made. Run counts.
This is ripped down the left field line by Altuve into the corner, and Rengifo going to dig it out as Altuve will hit second base. A double to begin the 5th.
Four-seamer up at 91. Some serious top hand from Altuve on that one. And remember, call 811 before you dig.
Christian Walker has walked and singled. And a hot shot picked at third by Machado. Looks the runner back and then throws out Walker for the first out of the inning. Solid contact there, but nothing to show for it.
That's what they call the hot corner, you know.
108.6 exit velocity. So 1 out, Altuve. And at second base, there's Dalton Varsho. Varsho was here with the Blue Jays not that long ago. And now a member of the Astros moving at the trade deadline. His dad, the former major leaguer who named him after Darren Dalton, the Phillies catcher who was a teammate of his. So Varsho is Dalton Varsho. His action in the Padres pen. Yuki Matsui first up. It's kind of been the case lately.
Yeah, they need, first of all, to bounce back, but middle of the ball game with a deficit. Yuki's put together a pretty good year. Need to stop that at 4 if he gets in there.
Breakdown by inning. 3rd and 4th. Pretty lengthy.
Yeah, these days with all the strikeouts and pitches thrown, the average around 17, 18 pitches per inning. Robbie doing a good job first 2.
Walk 5, 1 strikeout. Fly ball, shallow. Back goes Machado and Bogarts. In comes and making the catch, Rengifo. Almost a collision there.
Well, they had it covered, that's for sure. It's just a matter who's in better position, and quite frankly, it's Rengifo. Xander was still trotting out towards a shallow left, and it's an easier play coming in for Rengifo.
I think he may have been still calling for it too, by the way. Enter Diaz now, 0 for 2. It's popped out to first. Rounded back to the mound. So Robbie Ray trying to work his way around a leadoff double by Altuve. He's at second base with 2 down here in the 5th.
He's ready to go. He's got his glove on, waiting to go back out to the hill. That coach would move.
Altuve at second, 2 down here in the 5th inning. Fouled off, 1 and 2. Next pitch should be 90 for Robbie Ray in his Padres debut. Foul back, we'll do it again, 1 and 2. Not bad.
Yeah.
Certainly for the 3rd time through average.
I'll take that.
Wastes another one. Making him work. Fouling off pitch after pitch.
Yeah, and it starts to get above 90, up towards maybe middle 90s as we take a look at the arsenal tonight. Really heavy on the changeup. Sinker four-seamer. We saw a lot of off-speed stuff early. In fact, the first pitch of the ball game was a knuckle curve.
Fewer four-seamers than we've seen from him. Looking back over his season log, somewhere around 34% usually. Did he go? Yeah, he did. That's strike 3. Ray works his way around a leadoff double by Altuve. 4-2 Astros.
Padres baseball is brought to you by UC San Diego Health, the official healthcare provider of the San Diego Padres. By your Toyota dealers, we make it easy. And by Cal Coast Credit Union. Hey, do you have a question that you'd like to ask Don and Mud and have them answered right here on the air? Well, guess what? Here's your chance. Scan the QR code or visit calcoastcu.org/baseball for a chance to have your question read right here on the air. Guys, I got a question for you.
What do you got, Scan?
Well, Whenever I see the Astros, I'm sorry, I can't help it. I think National League. I am not used to the Astros being in the American League. Am I alone on that, guys? Or do you guys have any teams that maybe you associated having been in one league or the other at some point while you're being a baseball fan?
I'll tell you what, I'm used to the Astros being in the American League just because they were so good for so long in the American League and, you know, getting to the World Series and doing well in the postseason. So I'm actually used to that. The one team that I'm still not used to, when I was a kid, the Milwaukee Brewers were in the American League.
That's
Harvey Wallbangers, I mean, all those guys, Yount, Molitor.
Yeah.
I still see them as an American League team, and clearly they're not.
That's one that gets to me too. I was going to go there as well, especially growing up in the Midwest and seeing all those great teams. 1982 World Series, Cardinals, Brewers. Then when they went to the National League, it was odd, really odd.
Yeah, that's a strange one for me too, guys. Having played for the Brewers in the American League, I'm still not used to that one either.
Nice pick at first base by Walker for the first out of the inning.
Okay, I'll take it one step further, but this is more for you being the uniform guy. Do you have a favorite Astro uniform overall all the years?
Yes, it is the rainbow one, if you want to call it that. It's the one that they wore in the mid-'80s. It's the stripes, the orange, different shade stripes with the Astros across the chest.
Nolan Ryan pitched in that uniform.
I love those uniforms, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and they had great pitchers' jackets, too. Mike Scott, that screams Mike Scott, Nolan Ryan.
Satiny jackets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the jackets. They really stood out.
Sweet. How about you, Scan? Uniform guy?
You know, I am a uniform guy. Those are of the Astro ones, those are my favorites.
Yeah.
I would say my least favorite was the Bagwell Biggio era.
Yes.
Of Astros.
The gray
uniforms.
with the dark navy and the silver or the gold.
I didn't like that. I mean, that screams Astros to me right there.
Yeah, no, I had those, Don. You're right. Those are the ones I wore when I was with the Astros.
Oh, that's
for
right.
half a season.
Yeah.
And I agree. It just didn't feel Astro-y to me.
Right. Astro-y.
They have the Orbit as their mascot.
I never got to work at the Astrodome. I would like to have done that.
Yeah. What a venue. Eighth wonder of the world. And Scan, I know you pitched and played in the Astrodome, right?
I made my major league debut in the Astrodome.
Wow.
How about the size of the rats in the Astrodome coming from the clubhouse down to the dugout? Oh, you thought they were cats.
This is the big leagues, and we got rats bigger than cats.
Unbelievable.
The rumor was they brought in cats to get a hold of the rats down there, and the rats took care of the cats.
Wow.
They were so big.
It's unbelievable.
But it was a great place to make my debut. It was a great pitcher's park, so I'll always have great memories there.
Fly ball sent foul off to the right. I always learned so much in this question segment. I had no idea about the rats.
Good stuff.
You think because they were from outer space? They were so big? I mean,
they look radioactive, I'm not going to lie.
Hey, that's us. Late swing, defensive swing, fouled off.
Before the Astrodome, it was the Colt 45s who played at the ballpark. Can you imagine playing in those wool uniforms in Texas, in Houston, Texas?
Oh, wow. Hey, this is a 9-pitch AB going. And Song straightens it out in the air to right. Cam Smith for out number 2. Bennett Souza is up in the pen for the Astros. With 2 down here in the 5th. Here's Fernando. I showed you the numbers for Blanco 3rd time through, and maybe he won't go all that deeply 3rd time through. This is the first batter, and not going was Fernando. So far, he has handled Fernando, getting him to foul out to 3rd, and striking out is Fernando is backing out of the box with that pitch. It's a strike, 1-1. Not sure if he asked for time or was just stepping away. Asking for time again.
Oh, wow.
Not granted. And Stammen asking why he wasn't granted time.
Wow.
Pitch counts, he missed, but
yeah.
Hey, he could ask, but I don't have to grant it.
Exactly. prior to that pitch, Fernando just wasn't ready. He wanted some time and didn't let it disrupt. And this is before, right? Fernando's like, hey, time, please. Well, and for reals, on the hanging slider.
That's going to do it for Blanco. They chase him from the game. It's a one-run game, 4-3 Astros. Four to 3 now. The Padres were down 4-0. Now it's a one-run game. And Bennett Sousa takes over.
14th game for Sousa, 0-1 record. Trying to keep it close here. The erstwhile White Sox, Brewer, Astro now. And take a look at the home runs allowed. 1 home run allowed in 10 1/3 innings pitched.
So Jim Wolf has been battling a bloody nose tonight. Ricky Huerta's been trying to help him out. And this has opened up a little bit more for him. So working on him at the moment.
It's like in between rounds in a fight. Hope that Jim is okay. He's a gamer. Now Manny's going to get into the conversation. Jim Wolf laughing at what Manny just said, so he's good to go.
Yep, still bleeding. I think he's just going to plug it up here again. He had it plugged up before.
Yeah.
Says all right.
Yeah.
Jake Cronenworth coming up here with 2 down in the inning.
I want that guy on my team, Jim Wolf. He's a gamer. He's like, bring it on.
Well, the Astros bullpen has been really good since the All-Star break. 3rd Major League Baseball, the 2.59 ERA. It's an area they have shored up. Strikeout percentage 28.6%, also 3rd best in the majors. And Sousa first out of that pen tonight for the Astros.
You know, with so many pitchers as they check, he did not go. So many pitchers have more than a handful of pitches. For Sousa, it's 1 of 3. Slider, which is pretty heavy on. 72%. He's thrown a 4-seamer and a sinker as well. He's got a high front side. Watch the front side, the glove side. Maybe a little deception. Go up top there, and then bang, right onto the back of the hat with his release point.
Inadvertent contact right there for Cronenworth. Did not mean to swing at that and ends up hitting the bat.
Yeah, hitters hate that.
Line down the right field line, foul.
Well, I mentioned the high front side of Souza. Here it is. You're the hitter, right? There's that high glove, and then right out of the back of the cap is that pitch.
Rounds it foul. The Padres fans just scored a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box with that home run for Fernando. He passes Adrian Gonzalez. All-time leaders for Padres now 163. Well behind Manny as he didn't go. We'll check with Roberto Ortiz, third base umpire.
Let's check from the side right here.
Your adorable little second baseman may have gone there.
Wow. Hey, make it hurt.
Lots of spin on this from short. Pena's got it. And he throws out Cronenworth to end the inning. Home run, though, for Fernando. Gets the Padres a little bit closer. Into double figures in home runs. That's 10. It's to the building. It's 4-3 Astros.
There are home.
4-3 Astros on top of the Padres. We head to the top of the 6th inning. American League action is on deck at Petco Park. Make your weekend plans and catch the Padres as they host these Houston Astros this weekend. The Minnesota Twins August 21st through the 23rd, and the New York Yankees September 4th through the 6th. Secure your seats at Padres.com/tickets. They did for game 1 of this 3-game series.
Really good seats right there.
New pitcher Yuki Matsui into the game here for the 6th.
How good are those seats? They get a up front look at this left-hander, Yuki Matsui. Scoreless in 24 of his 32 outings this season. Yuki should be well rested. Last time out was on Monday. He threw 22 pitches, so 3.5 days off. 33rd game for Yuki. 43 innings, more strikeouts. Sometimes get a little wild. Opponent's hitting 181 off of UMass.
So Robbie Ray in his Padres debut tonight goes 5 innings. 7 hits, 4 runs. He walked 5 and struck out 2. And Parts on the hook in this one. Cam Smith steps in. Homered in the 2nd inning off Ray. Struck out in the 4th inning, 1 for 2. The home run, his 14th of the year for the Astros right fielder.
Something Yuki must do is avoid the walks. Plain and simple.
To left field and deep. Rengifo looks up and it is gone. Home run number 2 of the night for Cam Smith, his 15th of the year. Rudely welcomes Yuki Matsui to this game. It's 5-3 now, Astros.
Four-seam fastball after missing, getting behind. Boy, that pitch is up and out of the zone, and he gets to it. Wow.
Dirt Cam presented by Murray Lampert. Design, build, remodel.
Boy, 9 home runs last year for Cam Smith. Already ahead now from what he had last year. 2 tonight, as Donnie just mentioned. making some noise at the bottom of the order.
To third, and Machado for the first out of the 6th inning. Second multi-home run game this season for Cam Smith, 4th of his career. Unfortunately for Matsui, snaps his consecutive scoreless outings, 5, spanning over 7 2/3 innings, allowing the home run leadoff for Cam Smith. He's been shutting people down. Top of the order, Jeremy Pena. He's popped out to second, lined out to center, walked. All that against Robbie Ray. Fly ball to right has Fernando over a few steps. He'll take care of out number 2. Don Alvarez, the way you like to have him come up, that's with nobody on. He's been aboard twice after grounding out in the first. He walked and scored in the 3rd, then singled to right in the 4th inning to drive in a run. Fly ball to right field. Fernando comes in and recovers at the last second. Home run to lead off the inning for Cam Smith as the Astros on top 5-3.
Where you been, Hank?
Padres baseball is brought to you by Amazon. Spend less on your kids back to school. By Tavo Pets, pet protection reimagined. Visit Tavo Pets at our Solana Beach showroom. And by Turtle Box Audio, rugged, waterproof, premium sound. We venture into the last of the 6th inning. Astros get a run back in the top of this inning on top 5-3. 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Padres against a new pitcher, A.J. Blueball.
4-seamer, a changeup, and a sweeper. Mix in a cutter and a curveball as well for Blueball. The 43rd game, 3.62 ERA. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Out of the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, the good land.
Machado tonight has flied out to center, singled to center, and scored a run. Ahead 2-0. Staying away 3-0. Swinging 3-0. See more of that from Manny.
Yep, saw that a few times in Arizona. Copper square.
Kind of changed his mind in the middle.
Yep.
Ball 4, then a leadoff walk starts the 6th inning. Blueball wanted to do right there. Steven Okert is already up in the pen. There's Luis Rengifo. 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second, grounded out to third, and the recipient of strike 1. Four-seam fastball. On the grass at third, Paredes in case he bunts. which we all know Rengifo does a lot of. Very high.
See if he tries to pitch him in. If Luis can maybe inside out something, because now with third base way off the line is Paredes. Spank something down that left field line if he pitches him away. So how does a pitcher counter that? Well, maybe off speed stuff. Down and in, something hit on the ground to the right side. Hoping for a double play ball. Speed up his bat and have him put it on the ground.
Foul off to the left out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2. A.J. Blubaugh, the third arm used tonight by the Astros, with Machado at first after the leadoff walk. Pitch 7 coming up.
So far you're getting one or the other. Four-seamer or the changeup. 3 changeups in a row. Does he go hard stuff in right here?
Struck him out. The changeup down and in.
This ball had some serious break to it, down and in right here. Let's take a look out of the hand. Kind of worked around it a little bit.
Dirt Cam presented by Murray Lampert. Design, build, remodel. One on, one out. Jackson Merrill. He tripled to drive in a run his last time up. Fouls it back, down on the count, 0-2. Now that triple coming in the 4th inning.
That was a changeup that just caught too much of the plate. And there's the carom off the angle of the wall. Manny scampers home, and Jackson cruises into third base.
Created by the Petco porch down there. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hold up. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blubaugh. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Going upstairs. Those are the pitches that recently Jackson has been letting go. We talked about him earlier. And the heater that he's been on recently. Couldn't hold up there.
2 down in the inning. Machado at first base. Here's Campusano. Oh, bouncing well in front of the plate. More action in the Padres pen. Jeremiah Estrada is up. Extra on that one. His fastball's been around 94. That was 96. And the four-seamer to Campusano.
He's got good stuff. He's always had more strikeouts than innings pitched. Blue ball. Good sharp breaking ball. Seen a sweeper, which is a good pitch.
And on the third base side of the rubber. On the ground into left field, a base hit for Campusano. Up to second goes Machado. Padres have runners at first and second with 2 down. First hit of the night for Campusano. Third time he's been aboard.
That's what you want, some baseball runners, some multiple runners. and then come up with the big hit. As Harry Carey used to say, oh, for the long one. Stay tuned.
Pitching change from Petco Park in San Diego. 5-3 Astros. Five to 3. Astros have the lead. Padres making some noise here with 2 down and 2 on in the 6th inning. And the new pitcher is Steven Okert.
The erstwhile Giant, Marlin, Twin, and now an Astro. Oh, he's been around for a while, and this year he's been around for 56 games. 56 in the 3rd innings of work. Really good ERA, 2.24. It's a little chess match going on right here. As we mentioned, Ty France. Waiting for Sheets. Stay tuned.
Brought the lefty into face Sheets, but it's France from the right side. We will take a look at strike 1.
A lot of sliders from Okert. You hang one, could be trouble. Also throws a 4-seamer, a sinker, and a changeup. For that number 1 pitch, almost 70% of the time is that slider.
2 for 3 against Okert, including a home run. Blue Bond started the inning. Struck out 2, responsible for the 2 men on here. And Machado at second, and Pisano at first. 1-2 to Ty France. Struck him out. High heat at 92 to end the inning. Padres will strand a pair. The strikeout on the 4-seamer. It's 5-3 Astros.
I'm saying.
Well, a little chess match going on here in the 6th inning when Ty France pinch hitting for Kevin Sheets against the lefty Steven Okert. And you see the 4-seam fastball at 91. Out in front of that slider a little bit and going upstairs again. And the thing is, Ty France swinging the bat really well this season. Going into this game, hit .306 versus lefties. Okert gets him with the high fastball right there. So we move on to the top of the 7th. 5-3 Astros. Here's Don.
Thanks, Mudley. Paredes leading it off here against Matsui into his 2nd inning of relief. Paredes, Altuve, and Walker. That's 3, 4, and 5 in the Astros order. Ball 3. Starter tonight, his debut in a Padres uniform. Robbie Ray, 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 5, struck out 2. On the hook at the moment. Came in individually at 10 and 6. Popped up. Foul ground as Cronenworth heads over by the Padres dugout. Overran it, but reaches back and makes the catch. Nice adjustment into the Crone zone for out number 1.
Wow, what an adventure. The flash look and that ball coming back towards the infield. That's got to be one of the worst feelings for an infielder, but he lays it out. Yuki, he likes it.
Results-based business,
yes.
He got the job done.
Yep.
Here's Altuve. He's been on 3 times tonight, walking in the 1st, walking in the 3rd. And he doubled to left to lead off the fifth, but didn't leave second base. And Altuve's challenging, but they don't have any challenges.
Yeah. That should be immediate ejection.
Sorry, you're out of challenges. You've been out for a while.
I say you get thrown out. Challenged? No,
yep.
Sorry.
He tapped like 4 times. He kept tapping.
You've used your daily allowance.
Guess he didn't hear the speech. Dropping the bunt down, but back to the mound. Matsui pops up and throws him out. Nice play.
Yuki. Nice.
Let's take a look at the Allstate Good Hands replay. Yuki Matsui.
Oh, it's worth another look. Altuve trying to get out. There's the bunt, feeling his position. Quickly up to his feet, firing a strike. Nice play.
Yuki is now retired 5 in a row after that leadoff home run he allowed to Cam Smith in the 6th inning.
I just thought of something.
Don't hurt yourself.
After this pitch. Okay, you know in basketball, if you're out of timeouts and you call a timeout, it's a technical foul.
Yep.
Did you know that?
I didn't actually.
Yeah, if you're out of timeouts and like it's crunch time, it reminds me of like Michigan back in the day. Anyway, if you're out of challenges and you challenge, there should be some type of foul against you.
You want a strike or something?
Yeah,
or
you got another strike on the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 strikes, take a hike. Yeah, I think that's fair. And if the catcher does it, it's a ball to your pitcher. Who was it? Chris Webber who called the timeout and got a technical during the Final Four back in the day. Total brain fart.
Did he go? Yeah, he did. Home plate umpire Jim Wolf's going to say he went. Not even checked. 1-2.
Well, let's take a look from the side here. Oh, that big time go.
Evens up at 2-2. Saw a lot of Christian Walker when he was with the Diamondbacks. He was there from 17 through 2024. Year 2 in Houston. Popped up. This should reach the seats. Cronenworth gives it a look. But back into the seats. Oh, it's outside of the Cron zone.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that.
There are some limits.
Yes. Like screens.
Yeah.
Smothered by Campusano. Full count. Dalton Varsho waits on deck for the Astros. It's a piece of Campusano.
Gotta keep it at a bloop and a blast. Still plenty of baseball left. And like I said earlier, Yuki cannot afford to walk any Astros. He has been known. He'll throw that splitter 3-2. He's got confidence in it. Here it comes.
And he misses with it for ball 4. A 2-out base on balls for Walker. That is walk number 6 allowed tonight by Padres pitching. And it takes us to Dalton Varsho. And 0 for 3 night tonight for the new Astros left fielder. Fired at the deadline. Popped up, foul ground as Campusano and Machado. Manny makes the catch. 7th inning stretch from San Diego. 5-3 Houston.
With Kalshi.
5-3 Astros have the lead over the Padres as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time now for the top pitch speeds, powered by Snapdragon. And this is the lower portion of that. Joker will not blow you away.
Yeah, the soft serve, if you will. It just goes to show you it's all about pitching, not throwing. 92, 102, whatever the case is. If you can locate, keep them off balance, going to have some success.
Now Oker is back out there. Got the final out of the 6th inning, striking out the pinch hitter Ty France. Opens the 7th facing Xander Bogaerts. To short, and Jeremy Pena. First out of the 7th inning. Ryan Abreu is up in the pen right now for the Astros. And it looks like Sun Moon Song will be called back. We have a pinch hitter coming up here in Jace Bowen. Song tonight had been 1 for 2. He singled to center in the 2nd, fly to right in the 5th. A hit for him here in the 7th inning. To third with Paredes in at the grass, and he throws him out for out number 2. Well, before summer ends, catch the Padres at America's #1 ballpark. Join us for exciting matchups and promotions, family-friendly fun, and must-have giveaways. There's still time to cheer on the Padres in the final stretch of the summer. Explore the full schedule and get your tickets at the official source. That's Padres.com/tickets. Fernando homered his last time up.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and guess that Bowen's going to go to right and Fernando's going to go to second. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a very good hypothesis.
There you go. Just going out on a limb.
Through the left side into left field, a base hit for Fernando. 2-hit night for Fernando.
There's that blue. Now time for a blast. Padres down by 2. The breaking ball right into the swing path, the slider. Trying to backdoor it is Okert. Only at 80, the breaking ball. Showed you the fastball. Slider at 80.
Fernando at first with 2 down. Jake has walked, flied out, grounded out. to right, and a base hit for Cronenworth. Tatis headed for third. He'll get there. Runners at the corners with 2 down to the 7th inning. All this coming with 2 outs in the inning.
Boy, Fernando was scooting. 2 outs, crack of the bat to the pull side for Jake. And Fernando doesn't even break stride. Getting interesting.
It looks like we're going to go get Abreu, who has been warming in the pen. Joe Espada makes the change. We step aside. It's 5-3 Houston.
Multitasking.
Well, tomorrow, game 2 of the 3-game series, the middle game between the Padres and Astros. Peter Lampert in 19 starts, 8-5 with a 3.06 ERA against Michael King in 23 starts, 6-8, 3.45 ERA. Tomorrow at 3:45, we'll get started with the Padres pregame show. The pitcher of the game, Brian Abreu.
Well, inheriting runners at the corners for Abreu. Last time out in Toronto, struck out 2 in an inning. 45th game for the right-hander. Not a hard thrower, mid-90s. But he has that. And that is the slider. 42 thirds, 53 strikeouts. Inherited runners, 0. 8. And the previous pitcher smiles at that little stat.
Staying away, ball 2. Meanwhile, the Padres pen is very busy. Adrian Morejon and Wandy Peralta. Fernando at third. Cronenworth at first. 2 down here in the 7th. Strike 2.
That's a nasty breaker.
Oker looks on, responsible for the 2 men on. With Fernando at third, Cronenworth crossed the diamond at first.
We just saw the fastball. We saw the breaking ball earlier in this at bat. He might be saving it for this right here. Nope.
99 but missing. Rengifo on deck. Ball 4, he walks him. Bases loaded. Second walk tonight for Machado. Rengifo spending a lot of time in the American League. 4 for 8 against Abreu. Pretty good sample size. Bounce of the bases loaded, 2 down. Padres trailing by 2. Ball 1. Oker responsible for 2 of the 3 runners on. Brady wants a new baseball. Padres have hit pretty well this year, 272. The bases loaded, as they are right now, for Luis Rengifo. Ball and a strike. 6 of the last 8 pitches have been balls.
And they can't throw that slider for a called strike. He has yet to throw on this inning.
Ball 3. No place to put him. Bases filled with Padres. On the ground to second base. Altuve will go to first, and out of a major jam is Abreu. Padres do not score. We're going to the 8th. It's getting late. It's 5-3 Astros.
Welcome back to Petco Park, where the Astros lead the Padres 5-3 in the top of the 8th. Mary Lou's Cook here. I'll be joined by Bob Scanlon on the Padres post-game show. It's going to be an uphill battle for the Padres offense because this Astros bullpen has been one of the best in baseball since the All-Star break, but you know the Padres love the late innings, so that's something to keep an eye on. Should be a lot of fun. Of course, Robbie Ray made his debut as a Padre today. We'll hear from him in the clubhouse and also break down what seemed to be his Achilles heel tonight. We'll hear from the manager, Craig Stammen, get his thoughts on how this one shakes out as well. It's all coming up after the last out, guys.
All right, Mary Lou, thanks very much. We look forward to that as the Padres welcome their 3rd pitcher into the game, Wandy Peralta, taking over here in the 8th.
Yeah, Wandy needs some quick outs here. Wandy, the good fastball and the changeup. And he's been a workhorse. 52nd game, 58 innings. Not a lot of strikeouts, but tries to avoid the hard contact. Missing the sweet spot like that. That's that changeup from Wandy.
Defensive changes for the Padres. Bowen stays in the game and takes over in left, and moving from left to second base is Rengifo. Swing and a miss, and Peralta strikes out Diaz to begin the 8th.
That's huge. And it's the Wandy Peralta changeup way off the plate. Talk about expanding the strike zone. Turning it over. Good depth to that pitch.
There's Cam Smith, who's had a big night. 2 home runs. Solo shot in the 2nd, solo shot in the 6th inning. He is the first American League player with multiple home runs here at Petco Park since Cal Raleigh back in 2024. Big dumper.
Oh, yeah.
Little bloop. That's going to fall. Base hit into right field for Cam Smith. 3rd hit of the night. This one stays in the yard. 2 can't miss theme games are coming to Petco Park. Join fellow Wizards for Harry Potter Day on Monday, September 7th, featuring a Joe Musgrove bobblehead, and take home the exclusive Hundrix bobblehead featuring the stars of K-pop Demon Hunters on Saturday, September 19th. Purchase yours at Padres.com/theme
games. Yes, you don't want to miss this one. Those are 2 quality items, Donald.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a theme game.
Yeah. You buy the theme game ticket.
Both of them.
You get the theme game item. And Campusano gets this one right off the grill. We have seen a lot of that this year.
Mostly on Fermin, but Kempy's gotten a few too.
Yeah. Wow.
One out, one on. Jake Myers, the hitter. And a little extra time here for Campusano. The other way to right center field Cam Smith is headed for third. A little bobble out there for Fernando. No additional bases taken, though, as a result. And all of a sudden, it's first and third with one away.
High changeup. Just taking it the other way. A stupendous approach right there. First to third easily.
Ruben Niebla headed out there. Peralta was able to strike out Diaz to begin the inning. Back-to-back base hits here, though, the 8-9 men. By the way, Smith and Myers are your 8-9 men in this order for the Astros. I told you how well the bottom third of this order hits. And they have 5 hits in this game. They are 5 for 7 in the game. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Counts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the San Diego Padres. At the corners with one away, Jeremy Pena. Top of the order, 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. By him.
Well, if Wandy ever needed a ground ball for a double play, it is right here and now. How do you do that? Change ups down and away, maybe roll something over. It's got to be sharply hit, though.
Pena granted time by home plate umpire Jim Wolf.
He's only grounded into 2 this year, so Pena tough to double up.
Pena grounds it towards second base softly. Rengifo will fire to first. A run scores. They applied the tag for the second out, but that run counts. And it's 6-3. It took too long. So a run for the Astros. They take the 6-3 lead.
It's my robot voice.
It's been really troublesome in the past, imagining, throwing again in 5 days after how I felt after like the high intensity bullpens, but recovering a lot better. Overall confidence in my stuff and my ability to, to spin and manipulate the ball a little bit and start, toying with, tweaking the delivery and the release a little bit. Something I haven't been able to do in a long time, and it's super important for me to go out there with weapons that I feel confident in and things that I'm not afraid to throw and, counts where I might be behind.
That's Joe Musgrove talking about the success coming off of his last rehab assignment, guys. He went 2 2/3 innings through close to 40 pitches. Everything went well, and most importantly, came out of that, as he was describing, feeling good and ready to go. He's going to have another rehab assignment on Sunday, probably going to try to extend it to 50 or 60 pitches at that point, guys. Hopefully everything continues to go well for Joe Musgrove. Also, Nick Pivetta was talking in the clubhouse today, saying that despite that strange rehab outing he had where he actually walked off the mound and then later threw in the bullpen some additional pitches, he says he's feeling good. So no specific date set for another rehab assignment for him, but no pain at this point. They're going to be a little bit cautious, but at least a good sign that he came out of that okay. Good news for the Padres, guys. Nick Pivetta and Joe Musgrove may be on their way to joining this club soon.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. One out here in the inning as Jackson Merrill strikes out.
Well, it's the firm four-seamer we just saw, 98 from Abreu. Went up and away to get Jackson.
There's Campusano, who's been on 3 times. Hit by a pitch, walked and singled.
That's a nasty slider. Really good tilt, firm.
To short, and Pena throws a little bit off, but coming off as Walker quickly got back on again for out number 2. The Astros were off here yesterday, so they have their full bullpen at their disposal. Just throw just a little bit off, and Walker had to come off and then get back. He does before Campusano arrives. 2 down. Ty France pinch hit for Gavin Sheets in the 6th inning and struck out. A slip there at the end of the delivery for Abreu. So second AB of the night for Ty France. Our attendance tonight 40,958, 49.58. It is the 46th sellout of the season here at Petco Park.
And hopefully something here late to get this crowd going. Get them up and loud. Now trailing by 3.
Hey. Look out.
Hey now.
That was 98.
This is scary. This is not fun. This is wow. We talked about the wildness from Abreu going into this game. 29 walks in 40 innings, but that's too close for comfort.
Fouled back, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Full count now.
Well, I would have to say it's kind of an uncomfortable at bat against Abreu.
Well, Gertz waiting on deck here with 2 away in the 8th. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out France. A 1-2-3/8 inning for Abreu. We're going to the 9th. 6-3 Astros. The Colonel. 6-3 Astros have the lead over the Padres. We head to the 9th inning at Petco Park. Let's take a look at the Disney Cruise Line Cruise Cam. Again, a sellout here tonight. 46th sellout of the season at Petco Park. Wandy Peralta's back out there for another inning. He pitched the 8th. Did allow a run in the inning. Yordan Alvarez leads it off in the 9th and will take a strike. Alvarez on twice. He has walked and singled, and single drove in a run. Again, a triple crown threat this year, leading in home runs, RBIs, and average. 35 homers, now 86 RBIs. Starting the day at 329 as he fouls this one back. Highest average with 2 strikes. Unusual for a power hitter.
Yeah, that's the impressive stat, is it not? That's amazing.
We all know Luis Arraez.
So backs him off with a 2-seamer up and in. So the counters with here still in the driver's seat at 1 and 2.
Pops it up foul off to the left out of play.
It's such a powerful swing, but yet under control.
The Astros started so badly this year, it appeared he may be going somewhere at the trade deadline. All of a sudden, they go off, and they're in first place in the AL West.
Yeah, a 20-32 start for this Astros team. 20-32. 12 below 500. They find themselves 2 games above 500 coming into this game at 59-57.
And quite frankly, the American League has not been very good this year.
Yep. It's a long season, man. It could be the tale of 3-4 seasons, right, Don?
Yep. And the division has not been very strong.
Yep.
They're on top of just a game better than the Rangers to begin the day, 3 better than the Mariners. Ninth pitch of this plate appearance. On the ground down the first baseline, fair ball and an out. As Cronenworth tags the bag, 1 away.
Alvarez is debating that call because the first base umpire, according to Alex McKay, he signaled safe. He said that ball went over the bag. It might have been touched in foul territory, but according to the umpires, we take a look. Watch where this ball's hit. Watch right. Goes over the bag. Might have touched it in foul territory, but it's where the ball goes over the bag. And according to the first base umpire, he's pointing fair. It is a fair ball.
Brady's 2 for 4 tonight, a double and a single. Just out of the reach of Rengifo and into center field. 3rd hit of the night for Paredes.
Well, it was a good effort off the end of the bat to the pole side, but the old college try just over the glove of Rengifo.
Here's Altuve with 1 out, and Paredes at first base.
You know, a lot of guys, a lot of hitters, they'll go to the back of the box as far as possible. They'll go back to that chalk line. Not Altuve. He's up in the box.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
Campusano challenging. ABS powered by T-Mobile. He's right.
Ball is overturned. San Diego has 1 challenge remaining.
Former Padre closer Josh Hader. And he ready in the pen. Right now a save situation. Astros trying to obtain some insurance.
Mentioned earlier how some guys, they go all the way back. Look at how far up in the box Altuve is. A lot of guys want to see that ball and have it travel as long as possible. Altuve, when you look at that belt buckle of his, it's almost right in the center of home plate.
Is he trying to get ahead of the break? Or?
It's just a comfortable spot for him in the batter's box. Could be.
Into foul ground. Machado makes the catch for out number 2.
like not a bad spot in the box down for a guy with a changeup like Wandy Peralta, possibly. Got him on the changeup there.
Two down. Brady's at first, and here is Christian Walker. And on 3 times tonight, he's walked twice and singled. Slowly rolled back to the mound, and Peralta will take it himself all the way to the bag for the out. That'll end the inning, sending us to the bottom of the 9th in San Diego. Astros have a 6-3 lead.
Yeah.
Well, when you get the chance, you got to take advantage of the opportunity. And a couple of situations tonight. One in particular, Okert to Ty France, first and second, 2 outs. The pinch hit goes down swinging, and then Luis Rengifo put the ball in play with the bases loaded. But the easy 4-3 play, Padres could not capitalize 2 times this evening. We got ourselves a close one as we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the last chance for the brown and gold, trailing 6-3. Tell you all about it. Here's Don Orsillo.
Thanks, Budley. Well, it'll be Bogarts to lead it off, and then Bowen. At the top of the order, Fernando, 2 for 10 runners in scoring position. The Astros have left 8. Padres 1 for 5, leaving 7 men on. The Astros enjoy a 3-run lead. Going to the bottom of the 9th. Josh Hader into the game. Mound he is comfortable with.
Yes, he is. 15 for 15 in the saves and the opportunities. 27th game for the left-hander. "32 years young for Josh Hader. We know all about him.
3rd year with the Houston Astros. Nick Allen takes over at second base. Defensively, Altuve out. Defensive replacement here.
Well, with Hader, you're going to get one or the other. Remember, it's the sinker or the slider.
There's a strike, 3-1.
Fastball 95 and above. That slider about 85.
On the ground, and the defensive replacement, Allen, throws out Bogarts for the first out in the 9th inning.
Oh, that ball will find you, won't it? Nick Allen, Francis Parker School here in San Diego. Sure, he's got family and friends in attendance. He gets the first out here in the 9th.
So 1 down. That'll bring up Jace Bowen. So the Astros have 7 different players with a save this year. Hader leads the team with 15. He was injured early in the year. Has 242 career saves. 125 with the Brewers, 77 with the Astros. He had 40 saves as the closer for the Padres. Last time he was the Padres closer was 2023. Went to Houston the next season. Think about that season. The fact that the Padres had Hader as their closer. They had Juan Soto on the roster, but yet missed the postseason. Hard to imagine.
Yeah. It really is. They've the since 2023. And I will go on a record and say this, and Don, I think you would agree with me. Well, when I look at Josh Hader, I can only be reminiscent of October 15th, 2022, when this left-hander struck out Freddie Freeman, and this place went absolutely crazy to advance. Wow.
The only other moment that tops it was Cronenworth's hit.
Oh, off of Alex Vessier, you bet.
And I remember the rain. It was raining.
And after the rain started, a few minutes later, the champagne was flowing. Raining champagne in the clubhouse.
Payoff pitch to Bowen. Struck him out. 2 down in the 9th inning.
Well, it's a two-seamer at 94.
Two-way in the 9th inning. Fernando a 2-hit night. Solo shot in the 5th inning. Single to left in the 7th inning. Strike one. There's the slider you were talking about. Ball 2. Three and 1. Strike call. Fernando is headed to first base. Thought it was ball 4. Look at me. Got the bottom. They did. So 2 down, a full count here to Fernando in the 9th inning. To short, and it's picked by Pena. His throw will end the ball game. Hader has a 1-2-3 9th inning, and the Astros have a win in game 1 of this 3-game series. They hold on to win it 6-3, and it takes nearly 3 hours, 2 hours and 56 minutes at Petco Park. The Astros come in and secure game 1. Big night tonight for Cam Smith, their right fielder. A 2-home run night for Smith. Again, the final score from San Diego: the Astros 6, the Padres 3. Thank you for watching Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant and Bob Scanlon, I'm Don Orsillo. Stay tuned for the Padres postgame show.